Tragos-Thesz Hall of Fame Set 4 set just went online. So I thought we would take a little first look at it and see what it's all about. As you can see, here's the roster. Jim Ross, Farmer Martin Burns, Masa Saito, Nikita Koloff, Paul Orndorff, Stanislaus Zbyszko, the Great Malenko, and Wilbur Snyder. So actually, we're going to work backwards here, looking at these cards. Here is Wilbur Snyder. Let me make this a little bit, well, I don't want to make it too big because I like it nice and big there. So there you go. There's the artwork. Now, the handbook, the PDF handbook, at the time of this live stream is not available yet. So I can't show you anything about the handbook. We will check again at the very end to see maybe if it is online. But I just thought we would look at the cards here. So this is Wilbur Snyder from actually just right down the road in Woodland Hills, California. So he's got an abdominal stretch +2 with an asterisk. You roll once for a submission. If unsuccessful, add 1 to the opponent's pin rating and then roll for pin. So interesting there. So you roll once for the submission. So the +2, and if unsuccessful, add 1 to the opponent's pin rating and then roll for pin, I guess. So that's a pretty crazy. Once he locks in that abdominal stretch, it looks like he's got a pretty good chance to get you. Kathy, welcome. Great to have you here. He's got a pin rating of 6'3". So, yeah, he looks to be sort of a solid thing. He's got 3 reversals up here, 2 up here, no down 3s. So this guy looks pretty solid. -1 agility, -1 power. Ropes A, ring B, turnbuckle B, death jump B. So he looks, you know, he might be a, what do they have him listed as? They had him listed as a mid-carder. And there you go. There's Wilbur Snyder. Looking at him here. All right, so next card. Here is the Great Malenko. Whoa, his art is, I guess it's about the same. It's just weird that they, never mind. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. So here's the Great Malenko. We saw this was the art that was the preview at the Road to Galacticon, I believe. So let's look at his stats from Moscow, Russia. He's got a 6'3". What do they have him listed as? Mid-carder, okay. He's got a pile driver. He's got a Russian sickle +2 as the finish. Pile driver has an asterisk. Roll 1 die. On a roll of 1, substitute attack with chain 3. Add 1. It's also a disqualification move. So dirty fighter here. And he's got 3 level 1 defense. He's got reversals. He's got 2 level 2 defense rehearsals. No down 3 up here. Yeah, looks like another solid guy. Mid-carder, as they say. Yeah, so that's a pretty solid card there for the Great Malenko. Next up, we have Stanislaus Zbyszko. I like how they are putting them in the vintage coloring. I think that is fun. Taking a look at the stats here, he's from Jodlowa, Poland, and he's got a 5'2". He's got 2 finishers, a hammerlock and a half Nelson slam. And he's got an asterisk on his level 3 defense, down 3. Roll 1 die. On a roll of 6, Zbyszko powers out and takes over on level 1 offense. Holy moly. And that can happen multiple times during the match. What's his power? Is a -3, so strong guy. He's got 3 reversals on level 2 defense. What do they have him as? A upper mid-carder. Makes sense. So That down 5-3, I mean, it's not going to work every time, but if he rolls a 6, he can take it over, and it's more than once a match, so that's pretty strong. I mean, that's just a thing, is a strong thing if it hits. It's not, he's not, I don't think, going to maybe be Luthez level, but you never know. All right, so that's Stanislaus Zbyszko. Our next thing is Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful. This is the card I think I'm most excited about, someone who will get a lot of immediate use in my Fed. And let's take a look at the stats. He's got a 5-2. He's got a jumping pile driver +2. 3 reversals on level 1, 2 on level 2. And he's got this has got a choice after it, but he's got level 3, level 3, level 3, level 3 right there. Moves. Power -2, agility 0. What do they have him listed? Upper mid Carter? Sure. I might have some fun with him in my Hollywood Elite Wrestling Fed with Bob Roop, just to start things off. But there you go. There's Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. Definitely will be bringing him in. I've needed a really good baby face to go after King Harley Race in my Golden State Wrestling Fed, so I think Paul Orndorff will be the one. Super excited about that. Here's Nikita Koloff. Lots of people very excited about him. Claim to fame. He rode in an elevator with me when I was a kid. So, I mean, that alone should get him into the Hall of Fame. All right, so he's got a 6-3. He's got a +1 agility, -3 power. He's got some asterisks here. Out of the ring, asterisks. If Koloff is wrestling as a rule breaker, roll one die. On a roll of 6, substitute attack with chain 3, add 1 disqualification. So that's another one of those roll, and if you get a 6, moves. And then Russian Sickle in tag team matches, substitute elevated Russian Sickle +3. So it looks like they've beefed him up a little for tag matches. Upper mid Carter, singles wrestler, but it looks like he's got that tag finisher if he's wrestling tag matches, so that's kind of cool. Nikita Koloff in Legends of Wrestling. I love this art. This might be my favorite art of the set, even though Paul Orndorff is my favorite card. Here's Masa Saito, someone we had in a recent set, but now we get his singles card. They have him as a mid-carder singles wrestler. And let's see his card back here. So pretty straightforward, 6'3". He's got 2 reversals on level 1, 2 on level 2. 6'3" pin. He's got an agility of 0 and a power of -2. He's got the Saito suplex, -1, or -1 +1, sorry. But he sometimes uses Scorpion leg lock, which is also a +1. I don't know how much I will use him as a singles wrestler. I think if I did use him as a singles wrestler, obviously I would use this card. But I think I would just always use him in the tag team with Mr. Fuji. So there you go. There's Masa Saito. I think this, I don't know. This, I can never comment because I am not a horrible artist. This is probably my least favorite art on the set, but still, I mean, a million years better than I could ever hope of doing. Here is Farmer Martin Burns. And I know a lot of the vintage fans were excited for this was a name that was guessed many times. He's got a -2 agility, a +1 power. He's got an Iowa backdrop +1. He's got a grinding toe hold, which adds an add 1. He's at a 6'3". 3 reversals on level 1 defense, 2 on level 2 defense. And he is an opener, singles wrestler. All right, so, no offense to Farmer Martin Burns. he kind of looks like an opener. It looks like, you know, I haven't seen any real pictures of him, so I don't know what I'm basing this on, but he kind of looks like, you know, the first opponent in Punch-Out with Glass Joe or something. So anyway, there you go. There is Farmer Burns. And then Jim Ross. I'm excited to see what this card is about. I haven't read any spoilers about what goes on the back of his card, so I'm super excited to see this. He is a non-wrestler, as it says there. Artwork is decent. I always love the way Werner does glasses. He does them, the way he puts reflections in there, it's really great. When Jim Ross is announcing the main event, you never know what can happen. Roll on this chart if all wrestlers in the main event reach 2 fatigue tokens, or when the total number of tokens in the matches reaches 5, 6 tokens in tag matches. This chart only applies to traditional matches, no special matches. The roll of 2 to 3, somebody stop this. Look at the carnage. The wrestler on offense attempts to put their opponent through a ringside table. Roll 1 die, even. The wrestler is successful. Opponent adds 1 to the pin and rolls on level 3 offense. Odd, the wrestler on defense reverses the move and puts their opponent through a table. Opponent adds 1 and rolls on level 3 defense. Business is about to pick up. The rule breaker shoves the referee to the mat, knocking the official out. Roll on the Herf referee chart with the rule breaker rolling as the offensive wrestler. If the hurt referee chart has already been used, roll again on this card. It's going to be a slobber knocker. Everyone in the arena knows this match is going to get wild, so the referee throws the rule book out the window. All competitors load their disqualification by 1 for the rest of the match. Wrestler previously on offense resumes on level 3 offense. He's tougher than a $2 steak. Pumped up by the cheers of the fans, the fan favorites appears to get a big shot of adrenaline. Fan favorites lower their fatigue by 1 and rolls on level 3 offense. He's running like a scalded dog. The rule breaker is shocked by the sheer intensity of the fan favorite, so he might hightail it. Rule breaker rolls on the out of the ring chart. Rule breaker lowers all countout rolls by 1 for the rest of the match. This match is bowling show ugly. Both wrestlers start laying in their blows, but they can't keep the pace for long. Both wrestlers increase their fatigue by 1. Wrestler previously on offense resumes on level 3 offense. Good God Almighty, enough is enough. The allies of the wrestler on defense storm the ring. Roll on the gang interference chart. That's a fun way to bring that chart in. Roll again if it doesn't fit the style of the wrestler on defense. And 11 and 12 is all hell is broken loose. The wrestlers ignore the referee's instructions and a wild slugfest occurs. Ringside objects soon enter the fray, and the referee has no choice but to call for a double disqualification. Match is a no contest. Schedule a rematch in a special. Match. So there you go. I don't know personally in my Fed how much I will use this. I like the concept. The concept is fun. Jim Ross is kind of not the era I'm playing, but still just a great card and a great name to have in the set. So let's roll out a quick match while we have a few minutes here, and I am going to roll out just for fun Nikita Koloff versus Paul Orndorff. So let's roll this out, and this will be just the one and only match. We'll do a tournament on Hollywood Elite Wrestling with all these guys, possibly even Wednesday night. In fact, I'm pretty sure Wednesday night. Also, I would love to get the Promoter Prime is not up as well. Let me just double check. I don't think Promoter Prime is up. No, they haven't been added yet, so it may only be these guys. Anyway, let's do a quick little match between Nikita Koloff and Paul Orndorff. We'll say that Nikita Koloff is wrestling as a rule breaker because he's got that thing on his card. Referee James Lawrence, welcome. Kathy, if I did not say hi to you, welcome as well. I just saw the notifications pop up. Paul Orndorff wrestling as the hero. And here we go. Let's roll the dice. Ring the bell. Nikita Koloff going to start things off. Body slam and press. Power. He actually has the power, so that will work. Paul Orndorff reverses it on level 1. And drop kick 2, power move. Nikita Koloff has the power, so he reverses it. Cobra clutch, choice D. Let's see. You have to roll a 7 or less. I think he's going to try it. He's going to try and go for a 7. 11. Doesn't get it. Paul Orndorff reverses it into the turnbuckle, tosses Nikita Koloff into the turnbuckle. The opponent tries a running clothesline, but you move and he crashes the turnbuckle. You cover him. Opponent rolls pin. So Paul Orndorff rolling his pin. Target 2. Roll 6. 1 fatigue. And now Nikita Koloff is a flying shoulder tackle 3. Hurt 2. And corner pummeling 2. Hurt 2. Nikita Koloff still in control. Cobra clutch again. Choice D again. He's going to go for the power. Needs a 7 or less. The roll a 9. Doesn't get it. Paul Orndorff reverses it with some repeated stomps on Nikita Koloff. And Nikita Koloff reverses it on level 2. And again, choice D. He's going to play it safe this time. He's going to go for the agility move. It'll work on a 9 or less. 9. It works. Paul Orndorff reverses it on level 1 and tries a drop kick, but Nikita Koloff reverses it, running elbow to the chest. Hurt 2. And into the turnbuckle. He's going to roll up instead. And front face lock 1 on Paul Orndorff. And Paul Orndorff is dazed. I rolled that twice, but he was dazed. And there's the front face lock. He's keeping it locked in on Paul Orndorff. And he is still dazed. Nikita keeping that front face lock locked in there. A little bit of stalling here. He is still dazed. Nikita continues. Big forearms, choice A. Into the ropes. Going to throw Paul Orndorff into the ropes. He's whipped into the ropes. Which wrestler is more powerful? That's going to be Nikita Koloff. He's going to roll on level 2 offense. And Cobra clutch again. Choice D again. He's going to try for this power move. Needs a 7 or less to make it happen. 6. It does. Paul Orndorff in trouble here. Hurt 2. Nikita Koloff continuing. Running elbow to the chest. 2. Dazed 1. Nikita Koloff. Elbow drop 2. It's an agility move. Paul Orndorff has the agility. He will roll on level 2 offense. Stalling vertical suplex. Down 3. Can Paul Orndorff pull something out here? Short arm clothesline 3 on Nikita. And that's going to be his pin. The target 3. The roll an 8. So 1 fatigue for Nikita Koloff. Forearm drop 3. Look at Orndorff keeping the pressure on. Hurt 2. And there is into the turnbuckle. Whips Nikita into the turnbuckle. Crushed by a big kick. Opponent rolls on level 2 offense. Throws him into the turnbuckle one more time. And Nikita lifts a knee. Rolls on level 2 offense. And throws Orndorff into the turnbuckle. And it's a reversal. Nikita goes into the turnbuckle. Crushed by a big kick. Orndorff rolls on level 2 into the turnbuckle again. Crushed by a big kick. Orndorff of stalling vertical suplex on Nikita, and that's his pin again. The target here is going to be 4. The roll in 11, so big kick out, but another fatigue. Paul Orndorff with a choice H, which will be a death jump, or he's going to go for the power move. This will work on a 9 or less. Let's see what he can do. 9, he just gets it. And hurt 2. Paul Orndorff continuing with a stalling vertical suplex on Nikita. Hurt 2. Paul Orndorff follows that up by whipping him into the turnbuckle again, of course. Crushed by a big kick. Paul Orndorff continues into the turnbuckle again. He loves whipping him into the turnbuckle. Skull-splitting lariat. Opponent rolls. So Nikita catches him with a lariat, and Orndorff rolls on level 3 defense. He is wrestling as a face, so he's not going to roll out of the ring. He's going to stay in the ring. Nikita Koloff with the Russian hammer on Paul Orndorff. He is down. Nikita Koloff follows that up with another Russian hammer on Paul Orndorff, and he is still down. Nikita Koloff looking, there it is, the Russian sickle. Now he's got 2 stars in tag team. Okay, so that's a tag team match. This is a +2 move. The target 5, the roll 6. Paul Orndorff just barely able to kick out. He's now at 2 fatigue. There's a release gut wrench on Paul Orndorff, and Paul Orndorff reverses it on level 2 into the turnbuckle. And Nikita Koloff goes into the turnbuckle, crushed by a big kick. Opponent rolls on level 2 offense. And running elbow to the head, 2. And hurts, 2. These two big beasts just laying into each other. Again, whipped into the turnbuckle, crushed by a big kick. Orndorff follows that up by throwing him into the turnbuckle again. Crushed by a big kick. What's next? And repeated stomps, 2 on Nikita Koloff, and gets a dazed 1. We're rolling up into the ropes. Goes Nikita Koloff. You come up the ropes with a powerful flying shoulder tackle. Koloff reverses it on level 2 into the turnbuckle. He's going to roll up instead. Big forearms, choice A. And he is going to toss him into the ropes. Orndorff whipped into the ropes. The opponent tries a sunset flip, but you grab his legs, roll him into a pinning combination. Koloff rolling his pin. The target 5, the roll of 10. Another fatigue token for Nikita Koloff. There's the jumping pile driver. So the target here will be 8, and the roll is a 5. And with the jumping pile driver, Paul Orndorff wins the match. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is the Tragos-Thesz Hall of Fame set. Again, let's we can check here to see if the handbook is up yet. It is not up yet, but if you pre-ordered the online version, it should now be in your account. Well, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in here tonight. Appreciate it. Jason PDSI, referee James Lawrence, and Kathy Evans. Thank you to everybody watching now or later or whenever. Thank you to all of our Patreon patrons. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And yeah, there'll be a new Champions of the Galaxy video tomorrow, and there should be a Hollywood Elite Wrestling live stream, and perhaps we will have the Legends Tournament of Legends with these new wrestlers. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.